Hey, good morning and welcome back into Morning Moments with Jesus. Yes, there are times in our lives when we feel like we're ready for the next step and God says, no, you're not strong enough. There's some other things I've got to teach you first. But then there are other times like this morning's devotion centers on when you are ready for it now. But maybe you're timid. Maybe you're not wanting to take that step of authority or that step of leadership. Maybe you're not wanting to move into that new chapter of your life because of the uncertainty of what lies ahead. And you try to convince the Lord that you're not ready. But the Lord says this morning, you're ready now. And the Lord brought Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. And I want to read that to you this morning. It says, Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise and go over this Jordan, you and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even to the children of Israel. And every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. The first thing that kind of jumps out at me is verse number 2. When the Lord says to Joshua, Moses, my servant is dead now. And the Lord speaks and says, perhaps today the old things in your life aren't working anymore. Maybe you've always relied on someone else to carry the weight of things. And now God's saying it's your turn to step up. It's your turn to lead. It's your turn to take on that responsibility. Old things will pass away. That's a fact. But at the same time, there are many things that are becoming new. And God is encouraging us to embrace those this morning. But then God tells Joshua to arise. Take your place in my plan, for you are ready now. I've seen your faithfulness over a few things, and now I give you charge over many. But then I want you to notice what comes next. Joshua, your days of wandering are over. Your days of thinking that you will never get past this wilderness life, they're gone. Well, maybe God is telling you this morning that it is time for you to get up, time for you to assume your place in God's plan, and cross over all those obstacles that have been keeping you from possessing your promise. Let me say that to you again this morning, just so it rings deep into your spirit. Maybe God is telling you today that it is time for you to get up, assume your place in God's plan, and cross over the obstacles that are keeping you from possessing your promise. For God did make them a promise. And church, He always keeps His promises. You will cross over into the place that I have prepared for you. I hope somebody gets that this morning. God has already prepared it for you. It is already yours. For He said, every place you walk, you can claim. That's my promise to my people. But then Joshua had to respond. Joshua had to make a decision. So Joshua took God at His word, even if he didn't know what all was waiting for him, even if he didn't feel like he was up for the task. He still obeyed the voice and the instructions of God. God had already proven Himself through His workings and His dealings with Moses, and Joshua knew that he could trust his God. So listen to verse number 11 in Joshua chapter 1. Prepare the victuals, for within 3 days you shall pass over this Jordan. Go in to possess the land which the Lord your God gives you to possess it. Today I just need to tell somebody, you may not think you're worthy. You may not think you're up for the task. You may be able to list 100 people that you feel like are more qualified than you. It doesn't matter. If God's put his hand on you, if God has chosen you, if God speaks to your spirit through this devotion this morning and says, you're ready now, then it's time to stop the excuses. Rise up and go possess what you've been promised. I pray that you're safe, that you're strong, and that you're blessed, and that you're the person today that says, I'm ready now. Lord's will, we'll see you back here again tomorrow. And until then, hope you have a great day.